We're with head coach Carolyn Condit as the Red Hawks get ready to host Western Michigan this Thursday at 7 o'clock and Friday at 6 p.m. Coach, had a little bit more time to prepare for the Broncos than you thought you would with the cancellation of Toledo last week. Just your outlook on this week and looking ahead to the Broncos.
Yeah, well, anytime you can have more of your own time for ball control and your own patterns and just getting your defense more in line is great. And we got together with a couple scrimmages and a game speed, which was necessary since we missed those matches. So hope everyone is well and at Toledo and heading back into play soon. I know they'd like that. Western, right now they're leading the division, right? They're leading the West Division the last I saw. And I really like their team because they have some good experience back in a lot of positions, and I think that's one way they are where they are. They beat the rival Central on their home court, which I'm sure was fun. And Central's a good team this year as well. Overall, just looking at Western, I think the senior Rachel Bontrager has always been a really nice player, and she's at her best as a senior, 4 kills per set. And she's someone that we're going to have to contend with because she hits at both antennas and does it really well. They have a redshirt junior, which means she's been there 4 years, and she's one of the middles that's going to be hard to stop. And they also have another senior middle and sophomore middle. I think they just have good depth and are kind of where they want to be with their players. Their middles their outsides are the ones to stop. They're their go-tos, I believe. And I noticed Meredith Phillips is a junior, and they have a sophomore that's playing well named King. But they really are doing a nice job, 3 kills per set, and just really mix it up. You block them line, they can hit cross. You take cross, they can hit line. So they're versatile, and they have 2 good setters. One's a junior, I believe, and one is a Cincinnati native who I've known her parents for a long time. Her name is Chase. Her last name is Case. I'm sorry. She's just a fire up player that is a really nice setter and can spark her team and just loves to compete. So I think when you see Logan Case play, I'm sorry, I messed her name up, Logan Case. She's one of our hometown kids close to Cincinnati, and I'm really glad they can come to Millette. So it'll be a fun match.
Coach, you talked about spending more time on the way you play, the way you pass, the way you hit, that sort of thing. When you learned about Toledo series being canceled last weekend, did you go back to that Bowling Green game anymore? Did you just kind of put it behind you and say these are the things that we can get better at, and then concentrate on Western Michigan, or did you actually look more at it and say let's concentrate a little bit more about this match that we just played?
No, we really didn't visit that too much. It's not worth visiting the first set of that, the first match of that, the 2-match set. I think we took a lot of good out of the second round, and it wasn't as much about volleyball as it was about how you approach the match as a competitor. I think we have a very smart team, and I think as we talked through it a little bit, which we already did prior to losing the Toledo matches, they know how they have to compete and how they have to go in with the mindset. And there's no one's an easy team in the MAC, and we also don't want to overanalyze too much and on their part think some team is better than they are. So I think it's just finding that balance of going in and knowing we play our game and it's going to be a great match with somebody, whoever it happens to be that night.
How did the players handle the change of the cancellation? Because it's always a tough mindset. You go through a pattern, you're getting ready to play, this is going to happen, and then suddenly it just stops, and you have to reset and get ready for another week. How did the players respond to that change coming forward?
I was pretty pleased with it. We're all disappointed, from coaches to our trainer to our athletes. And Gail, one of our senior captains, said, "Well, we knew it was going to happen sometime, so here it's happened. So we're gonna deal with it." And she said that out loud, and we just moved on. And they had a little more time for academics. They all caught up with their homework by Sunday, and we had 2 good practices, including on Friday when we scrimmaged. So I was glad they did as well as they did. And then we came together yesterday for some key ball control sessions, and I think we're going to be ready to go.
Yeah, you talked about the game speed scrimmages, just to keep you up to speed with things, not having played a weekend, I guess.
Correct. And, in volleyball, with the correct clearance, you can have some of your male club players come in and play against you. And the 3 to 4 that we have are phenomenal, and they help us take the game to a different level. They can hit higher, they can go quicker, and they're very valuable. So a shout out to our guys that help us. They're fantastic.
Yeah, indeed. Given the snow and expected snow here this afternoon, as we're waiting for its arrival, has to be somewhat of a comfort to know that you're going to be at home this weekend.
Yes, it's nice not to travel in this, and I'm hoping that Western can get in as they plan on Wednesday. That might be one of the break days we get if a lot's coming right now. This happens, once every 7 years or something? I mean, last year I didn't have to shovel my driveway, so I don't know what's going on.
I think we'll all be shoveling come this time tomorrow, Coach.
Yeah, I think so too.
As you look ahead, obviously this is a program that's not used to losing a series. Losing a Friday and a Saturday series, and the players. I mean, let's face it, the players. Your seniors have won 4 championships in a row. How did that mindset? And you said they all have the knowledge on what they know to compete. How did that affect them on the road back from Bowling Green, or how did that affect them as they got ready for that next week?
Well, I think anytime you lose and you don't play your best, you're driven to go into the next practice and the next week to do better. And our team has that type of pride. Sometimes I think athletes today can care too much and just forget to have fun and realize that if we make something bigger than it is or worry too much about what our game is, you just don't find that balance of saying, let's just go and have fun and compete and know that we worked hard this week and it's going to come with us. We can't control every little thing. We have to let go of some things and free ourselves up to really play like we can, whether it's home or on the road. I'm glad we can put this to test at home this weekend and then take it on the road the following weekend. But I think it's a great learning experience. And let's face it, no one tries to lose. Everyone's trying to piece a team together sometimes with different positions and those that are healthy, but no one tries to lose. And as we come together and keep trusting each other, I think we can make a good run here.
You just said something that maybe I just don't hear it enough from coaches, but the science or the art of having fun doing what you do, because I think student athletes and even coaches put a lot of pressure on themselves to go out there and win, and I think sometimes you forget, hey, this is fun.
Yeah. We have to remind ourselves of that at time, especially if you've won 3 in a row and you have the target on your back and everybody expects you to do it again. Well, we're not the same team. We're a pretty good team, but we're not the same team. So we can't replace a senior middle that we had.
Right.
But we have Avery Powell who plays middle and outside and gives us some good experience there. But we're not the same team. And so let's just deal with that and get better with who we have right now and be realistic and know we can get good again. I think we're actually pretty good. We just have to take our time and enjoy it a little bit and relax and just slow the game down in our minds so we can play our game.
But you talk a little bit, obviously we head into this weekend. We have senior night on Friday, a little bit earlier than we normally would. Talk a little bit about the senior class and what they mean to this program.
Well, I'd be happy to do that. Senior night. It'd be great to get it off. We don't want to make sure we get it in before anything else is canceled, right? But they're each so different. I love that they each have their own way of leading, and I always miss the seniors, and I'm going to miss this class tremendously. I'll start with Sarah Wojcik. She comes in as a left side. She learns to play right side. She's a staple on our right side. She leads by example and with an incredible amount of energy. And Sarah's just having fun. She's jumping well. She's handling balls in and out of systems. She's got different shots. And she comes down and celebrates like it's the last ball she ever hit in her life. I mean, you got to love playing with Sarah. And she's just a calm leader that will come to the coaches and talk with us. And she's enjoying her journey. And I think the girls really enjoy playing with her out there, setting a great block, just having her best year right now. Gail's one of the most fiery liberos we've ever had. She's passing well. She's really doing a great job getting outside the blockers and digging balls. And talk about a verbal leader. She doesn't mind saying how it is and taking things on her back. And she's a very strong personality. And you always need a couple of those. And she's certainly one for us while she's putting together a really good game. Avery Powell. Avery comes off a horrible knee injury. She's so versatile right now that she's helping us in those 2 positions, and she's such a competitor. But she's a little quieter, but the leadership she puts on our court and the chemistry she has with our underclassmen is really outstanding. And she's a calm leader, but at the same time, she can plug energy into any group or at any court. And actually, she's one of the biggest hecklers when it comes to cheering for our women's basketball team. So that kind of gives that away right there. But she's just a great personality, strong arm, lines up well in the block, and can hit at both positions. So she's a treasure, and she's an amazing person. And I'll finish with Morgan Seaman. Morgan left high school because she cared enough to get a head start for college, and she's helped us to all those championships, and it's played in every one. And just a lot of experience, a lot of game experience, and just knows the game, playing better defense, really making decisions when we need her to go to either antenna, and just someone that's much quieter, but the girls know to look to her, and it's great to have all four of them be so highly respected.